I think I had a hard time discussing it with people. I had a hard time discussing it with my parents because in the way that I feel like they would kind of always like, be like, oh, you're just having a bad day, or, like they didn't really want to admit that their son had a problem. And my parents at one point got separated but got back together, and when they did that, I went and I saw a therapist. And the problem with going to a therapist, I think, is if you're not going to be open or honest with them and you're going to kind of tell them your own stories and your lies, it doesn't really matter. So it didn't help. Talk therapy didn't help for me at that time at all. And my band, I just didn't want to let down, so I didn't ever really talk to them. And the problem with the love life was, like, that was always such an extreme. It was so up and down that it would only add to whichever side I was at, whether I was feeling down or whether I was feeling up. So I felt like I didn't actually have anybody to talk to at that point. I guess, one of the biggest things for me was being honest with everybody about it, and being honest with both my band and the fans of our band and everyone, and let them know, like, there's going to be times when we're going to have to slow down so I can just make sure that, like, everything's intact, kind of. And that was, like, the first step. And then the second step was finding somebody that I could talk to, but that I was going to be honest with, and that not necessarily that they had all the answers for me, but, like, that I could get it all out to them, and then, like, together we could kind of help piece things together, and I think that was, like, one of the biggest things was actually being honest with a therapist. And so I found, like, that talk therapy with this guy has been the best thing that I've had outside of the outlet of actually writing. Like, I love writing and being able to write. Yeah, write and then have people actually react to it. Like, when someone comes up to me and says, like, your band saved my life, and, like, I'm thinking in my head, like, in a weird way, like, my band saved my life too, so it is very therapeutic, and it feels really good, and it's cool that it's, like, lucrative, and that, we get to make cool videos and do all this cool stuff, but, like, really the greatest thing about it is that it's therapeutic, and, like, for that, like, hour on stage, it's, like, so cathartic, because you can emote the same feelings to those words every single time.